Right, welcome back to my channel. Had a busy day today, and a good day. Went to pull parts, which I was actually very surprised I was able to go one that is very close to me. Got parts that I needed for the Nissan. Was going to replace the door, but every door I looked at was dented, although I could just get the actuator off of it. But I don't know if I do that, I just order a new one. If nothing else, just leave it up all the time. Decide on that shortly. But I did get this, which is the piece that I broke. And the emergency flasher switch was indeed what was messing up, keeping it from blinking right. I mean, I had to use tape on the original one just to be able to keep this thing going. Somebody put an aftermarket light for alarm on there, which ain't hooked up, which is really weird because there's, I want to say there's one right here, but it's also a button, but I don't know where it goes to. I may have to pull this trim off to see. But anyway, I got that. Wasn't exactly the cheapest trip I've ever made to pull apart. Did get a lot of dirt on my face. I didn't even think about looking in the mirror while I was in the bathroom cleaning up. But yeah, I got all the parts I was needing. Got that, and I got something that it needs, which is the little kick panel that goes right underneath here. The only thing that's missing is the fuse cover, which actually would show what all these fuses are, and I haven't been able to find one of those, so I'll see if I can order one. But yeah, when I went, printed out the long list, which I still got some of the paper. I mean, this is long list of all the ones that was Maximas. Some of them I think were a little bit too young, so I went ones that was close. This one that I took the parts off of was a 96. Yes, it was a 96. First one I come to, and the interior panel right here was perfect. The consoles on all the rest was weird. They were different than what's in this one. I seen one that I wouldn't mind getting replaced because it actually has a 2-cup cup holder on the side instead of in the console part. And what's so weird is all of them that had the console piece, because this one's missing the screws that holds it up, and that's the reason I don't have it. Plus the cup holder is right here. All of them had screws out of them. The console piece would be there, but that's not. But they wasn't in that great shape on any of them. Then the most expensive piece that I got. Oh Lord, it's kind of twisted up on stuff. Ended up being this, which is the rear light switch that goes to the Silverado and the switchboard. And also got the new battery cable. I got the positive battery cable off for the Nissan. Although looking at it, it looks like this piece right here may be the only thing I need. This one right here is broke, but I may be able to actually use this to fix that other one. So I'll see. Either way, I got that part off, and I tried to get an antenna off all of them that was good. The antenna was stuck up. Of course, those were electric, so they did not go down. I was trying to get one that got it nearly off, and then when I was trying to pull it down, the antenna just felt like it was going to start bending, so I gave up on it. So I just went to my local Walmart here, which got cleaned up, and just got a universal flexible one and that's what I'm gonna put in it. Hopefully it's got enough cable. If not, I will see about getting an adapter. Then I've seen it somewhere where I can adapt it to go with what is in here to extend it. Let's see what else. I want to say there was something else that I got. Every one of the Chevrolets I looked through, I was trying to get the factory intake, and unfortunately all of them were gone. So I cannot think of what all is, but it was yeah, $100, over $100 for the trip that I made. But of course the wiring harness, which is the reason why I said it's most expensive, because you have to pay for things. So I had to pay for the fuse panel switch, and that actually has 3 wiring harnesses coming off of it. One wiring harness goes to the left side, one goes to the right side. The third one goes for the tag tail lights. I got good ones that's on the C10. The only thing about it is it don't plug up in that, so I need the wiring harness. So I was like, well, I'll just get the whole thing since I'm upgrading it. The only thing I didn't get is where it plugs into the truck from the front to the back, because I've got that underneath the truck. Hopefully I got the right plug for it. I know it's a blue connector. I had a time getting it out, but what was so weird is when I was pulling the wires out from the right hand side, no dirt fell on me. The left hand side was the driver's side. When I pulled the bulb and stuff, I had dirt galore all over my face. So that's the reason why it's pretty dirty, and my hands got a little bit dirty, but I was able to get them cleaned up enough. And I gotta say, the Nissan is good on gas, because I filled this thing up, and right now it's just barely below the full. But I'm really glad I was getting this console piece that I broke. Now, if you notice, when it shows you it's kind of setting offset, and that's because I don't want to lock it in, so I can have an easier time popping it off to finish wiring up the radio that goes in here. And then I need to find out, of course, the radio antenna, which I'll be glad to get that tape off the back and then put that antenna up there to cover that up. So there's that. That's weird. Now I did tighten up the cable, and the cable cranks a little bit better, and I checked the belt. The belt looks good on the alternator belt, so I do need to probably just tighten that up, because I know the alternator's putting out, but when it cranks, everything is good and bright. And now I got all that done. There is just one thing I want to do now, and that's actually go somewhere to eat, because I haven't even ate yet, and it is about 20 after 1. Well, I got like a little small snack, and I did get a drink this morning just to give me a little bit of energy. I didn't want to eat or drink too much, because I didn't want to be out there and end up having to go to the bathroom, which I did end up having to use the portable toilets they had there, which stink. Which luckily I just had to go 1, not 2. And I don't exactly know how long I was there, but it's in and out pretty quick. I was planning on getting a membership with them, but they said they didn't have no more membership cards, which was a bummer, but it was okay. Just went ahead and paid the $2 and got stuff I need and got out quick. Like I said, I thought about getting the rear door. All I've had like a little ding is one I could probably get by with, but like the door itself on this one is in better shape. So, just need to get that window regulator piece fixed. but it does stay up as long as you don't hit that button. There's two of them that was black. The other ones was different colors, but all of them was in worse and worse shape than the one before it. So I did not, buy those because they was in such bad shape. But I was so glad, because this usually is a hassle just trying to find something. The first Nissan I came up to had the parts I need off of it. Now, I had time trying to find Chevrolets, which I know where it was, but I was looking at the number, I was like, well, it ought to be back up towards the exit. No, it was all the way to the other end, But still, from a distance, I could see when I was going up the hill a red Chevrolet truck. Like, well, that might be my parts truck right there. Sure enough, it had the parts that I needed. Didn't have all the parts I was wanting. I went up and down all the Chevrolet sections. Found one that kind of had the breather box. Alright, I don't know if y'all can hear that. I'm going to assume y'all can. That started making that noise on the way home just before I got to the exit that I took off from where I was at. I don't know what it is. I thought at first it was someone blowing their horn. I was like, well, because I heard it, and I heard a car, and I thought, well, they're blowing at me. And then I was like, well, it could have been me, because it sounded too off in the distance. So, didn't know what was going on that part. But, then I realized, no, that's not a car's horn. That is actually coming somewheres in the dash. And I don't understand why or how. And it hasn't done it until I put this piece in. But I don't know if it's coming out, but it shouldn't. The only thing that's wired up, which is another thing why that one costs more, because I got charged for the two switches. They didn't charge me for the clock, I don't think. I'd have to look at the receipt. There was a like a gear thing there I noticed when I was grabbing all the stuff. I hope they didn't charge me for that, because that was not mine. But either way, I don't know if they're good or not, which is also another thing I got charged on. Wiring harnesses, I grabbed all the bulbs that was on it. Now, I could have actually took the bulbs out, probably just stuck them in my pocket, not said nothing, but I went ahead and left them on the harness, paid for them legit. Got the little mountain screws that I needed for everything, including the taillights, because the taillights I did not have the mountain screws, because I'm mounting them on a bed that's those taillights don't go on. I'm gonna have to do some cutting. I'll have to figure out what the holes are and drill them. I was like, well, I need the screws to be able to hold these things in place. So yeah, I'm planning on cutting the trimming out the piece where the taillights will fit, and then I'll have to figure out how to make the body mold to the taillights on the rest of it. What I thought about doing is trying to find an old bed of a Chevy Silverado, cut that piece out, and then weld it to mine, and take the good parts off that bed and weld it to remove the bad parts on mine and weld it, make two into one, just like I'm going to do on the cab. make it a unique, one-of-a-kind look. I've always wanted to have, I always like to have mine stand out just a little bit. That way I can spot it if it's in a big parking lot. But this would definitely stand out because it'd be a square body with the newer Chevrolet GMC and Chevrolet electricals and looks. One thing I didn't think of, which I don't come think of it now, I don't think anyone had, would be in the front grille. And yeah, I do believe, if I am thinking now, none of them had a grille. Most of them I was looking at were wrecked from the front. I did try to find some that wasn't wrecked, which ones that wasn't wrecked in the front. I didn't care if the motor was gone. I was just hoping there was pieces left. There was a couple that was good candidates, but there was people already pulling the engine out of it, which I was sitting there thinking to myself, wow, it is nearly getting close to noon and these things are sitting there with an engine still in them. Usually, the way I understood it, when something like a 5360 comes in, those things are gone within the first 30 minutes. So I'm really shocked. But yeah, none of them had the intake, and I don't think none of them had the grill. I've even checked all the Yukons, Suburbans, because the list I had for the Chevrolets was very short, and that was just for Silverado 1500. The funny thing about it is, the one that I happened to pull the parts off of was the Chevy Silverado 1500 4x4, which means I know where to get me a rear axle now, and possibly even the frame if I decide to go with the frame, if people strip more of the body off of it. But it is a long wheel base. The bed had I guess it was a homemade looking ladder rack. I could be wrong. It may be actually a factory one. But the way it's bolted, and you can tell it's actually rusted the bed a little bit. But the parts that I need off of it would still be working, and I could merge it with my bed if I got it. But it's nothing I could get right now because the truck's not running right now. Still got to get the fuel pump straightened out, which I'm hoping to do later on today. And my axle is supposed to come in tomorrow, which is weird that my lug stud's supposed to come in the day after. So I'm just going to go to the parts store when my axle comes in, get it. I still got to get the differentials. Probably say I'll have to get a differential gasket cover and stuff like that. Get that all together. And I figure I could probably just go ahead and buy that, and I'll just put those lug studs when I get them up in case something ever happens again. And my overflow bottle is supposed to come well, it's supposed to come today, but the last time I've been checking on that, it was saying for the last 2 days it was arriving on time. This morning it was saying that it's arriving late, and I haven't checked my shipments since I left this morning. So I done the video, got my stuff and tools together, which ended up being the right tools that I needed. Other than one, I was a little disappointed I didn't have another tool with me. I didn't think I'd need them, and that's because there was a Volkswagen Beetle, I think it was a 2000 model. It was a bright yellow though, but the fender was perfect on the front, and most of the bolts was already out. Matter of fact, there was only one left, and it wasn't the right one. It's just somebody stuck it in there, which I think I threw it in my tool bag instead of putting it back up there. Because I was trying to get that fender too. I looked at two different ones. The fender was going, and they had the wheel things to hold the cars up in place right there where the boats were on that. You could get to them, but not easy with a like a screwdriver Torx. You'd have to have a socket Torx, and I did not have none of my socket Torx. Those are all in my other toolbox that I didn't bring because I didn't think I would need that. There was one other piece I was checking in on, but the Torx that I have, I can't remember if it needed a bigger one or if it needed one of my smaller ones that I don't have with me. It just so happens to be. But it wasn't nothing I needed. It's just something I was like, hey, I'd like to get this. This is stuff I was looking around after I got the parts I needed. After I got done with the parts I needed, I was like, I'm going to look around and see if there's any parts I want. Fortunately, the one that I really wanted was that fender, even though it was a bright yellow, which don't matter. I'm going to wrap the Beetle. I couldn't get it off. I wanted it because the one I got on the Beetle right now is cracked. It was cracked before my cousin originally bought it. Speaking of the Beetle, I haven't checked, but I do know it was in Gainesville. It's post office this morning, so my head gasket set should be at the house waiting on me right now. Which, before I do that, I am definitely going to go eat because, like I said, I have not gone. I didn't eat breakfast or anything like that. I was like, I want to get this stuff done, and I don't want anything to hit me where I end up having to stop in the middle of it and go somewhere. Which is funny, there is an outhouse, and there's one part where I went around the corner, and I noticed the guy was pulling his pants off. I was like, oh, honey, he just took a leak right there in the corner of everything. But you gotta go, you gotta go. He piss all he wants, so as long as he don't do the other part. But that's what I'm concerned about, was getting up there and then end up having the cramps and end up having to do something. But yeah, I'm really happy with the trip. Especially getting this piece. Pretty much I got everything I need from the Nissan. Now I just need to get the stuff. Sorry for that one bump. I just need to finish getting the stuff going on my vehicle so I can have me something running. And I still need to do the cleanup on this car before I hand it over to my son. So I'm enjoying the car as much as I can, but it is coming down to this point where I'm about ready to give it away. I do want to give the interior a good cleaning. Of course, get the radio completely installed again in here, and got antenna, which I think the aftermarket probably be better than worrying about that electric antenna anyway. And I got that soft one, that way you'll be able to wash it and don't worry about it breaking. I don't know what to do about the other one. I do need to get that tent off the rear, and probably on the driver and passenger side too. Definitely off the rear, because even in the day I barely can see what's behind me. This is what I'm hoping my son will learn to drive and get his license in. So that is just too dark for him, and I don't think they would approve it. But it could be a different vehicle that he goes gets his license in. Don't know. I do want to check the thermostat and see if it's kind of sticking, because it does take a time for it to warm up. But the heater does work. That's something, I know it's weird that this reminded me, but when I was looking at the Silverados, because I was looking at the interiors and seeing what else I may need, I didn't think to look, see if they had the electric mirror, because there was one part on the mirror that, you know, it's part of, like, maybe I'll put it together. There's a part where it looks like either a camera or a sensor goes. And I didn't see a sensor on the actual mirror itself, so I was wanting to look at the other ones and see if there's supposed to be a piece there. I may or may not decide to see if I can actually get that to mount onto the C10 when I replace the windshield. Something I still need to do is order a new windshield for it, but I'm trying to get the other parts straightened out first. Kind of a busy day and kind of not a busy day down there at Polo Park. See, I guess a handful of people what I normally see when I'm going down there, but it is winter time and it was very, very cold. Now when I got done though, paid for the stuff and got back to the car, first thing I do is pull my coat off because I was hot. Just going in the Walmart though, yeah, I was about to freeze again, but I did not do it. Just realized this video right now is 27 minutes long. I guess traffic is a little bit slow. I love being able to turn the blinker on and the blinker actually blink and not have to worry about that tape. Don't have to worry about that tape coming off or anything like that. It looks so much better without that light, which I don't know if they've actually had it hooked up to alarm or if it was one of those fake ones. And what's so weird is this has a remote, but it doesn't work. And I don't know if it actually goes to the car. And I need to find out if the buttons, I mean not the button, the battery is good or not. And then find out if this actually works. And I do know this thing had an alarm installed. Don't think it's factory. The alarm itself, at least the horn part, is still underneath there, but it's not connected to anything. So I don't think there's an alarm still on it. But then I also got this mystery button that looks like a light too, but it never comes on. Don't do nothing. I've tried pressing it. Like I said, I may have to pull the console piece off around the instrument cluster to see what that is. I didn't think to look at the other ones to see if that's different. I just looked at like the shifters. Some of them looked a little different, but mostly are similar. But the console itself were different on just about every one of them. So very, very strange. See, I'm trying to think if it was the Jetta or if it was a Volkswagen Beetle, but I came across one that had some really nice looking wheels. But I didn't get them. I think they're smaller than what I have right now. And I'm not exactly sure which wheels I'm going to do with what quite yet. First I need to get the water pump fixed on the Jetta, and then of course I need to redo the head gasket on the Volkswagen Beetle, which, like I said, it is a full head gasket kit, which means it comes with more gaskets than just for the head gaskets. Got the head gaskets, got the valve cover gaskets, it's got other gaskets that I'm not sure what they go to. Could be the part that goes for the thermostat housing, which that's already been replaced. So some gaskets I may have extras of, I'm not sure, which is always good considering I got two vehicles with the same size engine in it anyway. Then of course I got all my parts I need for the motorcycle I need to finish putting on. Still need to figure out how I'm going to redo the battery cable, since it hooks up just a little bit different. It's not quite long enough for the battery to go flat. Did look in the parts store, looking at their lawnmower battery cables, but they all look like the ground type and didn't look like they would connect to my battery. I could connect it to the solenoid, I believe, pretty good, but the battery cable would be different. So I may end up having to get cables and make my own. So that is a possibility of something I'll be doing pretty soon. Especially considering I've seen so many people ride their motorcycle. I was like, man, it makes me want to ride mine. Man, it's all so cold. I know it's warmed up quite a bit. Today it's clear, but tomorrow they're calling for rain again. So that's the reason I was like, get as much done today as I possibly can. Which, of course, the next time I was able to get this piece, pop it on, put it on, because I was wanting to see if that was going to fix the flasher, or if not, I could put that relay in, and that relay, which relay I didn't have to do, so I got an extra one of those, and I'll put it up in my toolbox somewheres. I say toolbox and tool bag because I have both, several different kinds right now. Of course, I got the toolbox in the back of the truck. I got the two different metal toolboxes, which one of them is in the very back of this car, which I need to fix one handle that locks it. I got to figure out how I'm going to do that. And I got another one that has a slide-up door. Oh my God, that thing is tremendously heavy. Sorry, it's in his car and it's kind of weaving a little bit, so I thought he was trying to get over, but I guess it's just the way the car's done. Maybe a unbalanced wheel or something. Oh, anyway, I am almost up here to the restaurant that I'm going to go eat. It's actually a restaurant that I made my normal Sunday routine, and it has not been a normal Sunday routine in a very long time. So I see the truck that my dad was talking about looks similar to his old one that he ended up giving away. Turned around and sold it for $100 because the motor was blowed, because he kept driving it when I told him I needed head gaskets, stopped running. Then he hauled a bunch of stuff from my older sister, even though I told him don't drive the truck. So he just totally blew it up when I could have fixed it. Oh, I mean, he blew it up so bad. I mean, that was all the water was going straight into the engine block. And that one looks similar to it, almost identical, except for the back end section, which I can tell is not the same truck. Alright, so I am here. I'm going to go eat. So, hope you enjoyed this very long vlog, which I didn't realize was going to be like that. So don't forget to, excuse me, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.